Rhys, in a nutshell, could you tell me a bit about what the UK Epilepsy Priority Setting Partnership is?
Thanks, Jenny. It's quite exciting. It's probably a once in a generation opportunity to bring together a whole number of charitable partners, clinicians and patients to really set the research agenda for at least the next 10 years. And I think that's really important for epilepsy because we've been significantly underfunded for a period of time. So it's essential that when we get the opportunity that we're actually researching the most important questions really for people with epilepsy and their doctors.
Could you tell me, what do you mean by research priority? Could my priority be anything to do with my epilepsy? Do I need to do some research or preparation myself before answering the survey?
Oh, a priority could be a statement. It could be a question. It should be something important to you. And it might be something that's kept you up awake at night, such as why do seizures start or why do seizures stop? Or maybe it's less philosophical than that. Maybe it's something really practical about medication safety or about where your seizures might be in later stages of your life.
I think it's really difficult to, everybody will have different ideas about what is a priority for them. I think, for example, I'm a young-ish woman with epilepsy, I'm a parent, that's going to shape, you know, how my life is affected by epilepsy and what I see as a priority. For example, pregnancy and epilepsy was a big problem for me. I think it's about thinking about, you know, what issues they feel affects them the most, and thinking about a broad range of areas. So, for example, you know, whether it be the care, the treatment, the services, diagnosis, which aspect they think is perhaps most problematic for them and where they think they'd like more hope. Now, one of my concerns with the questionnaire is it seems as though everybody these days is asking us to complete surveys of everything, anything you buy, everywhere you go. If you sit in a restaurant, what do you think of it? And in all honesty, I have to say the surveys that tend to get my attention are the ones that are easiest to do. How easy is it to do this survey?
Jenny, it's so easy that when I completed one of these for another priority setting partnership, I accidentally did it 3 times because I forgot I did it the first 2 times. It's simple, it's quick, it's very straightforward. It'll take less than 5 minutes of your time. You've had a lifetime thinking of these questions.
Okay, so in terms of who's answering the survey, we've talked about it being for people affected by epilepsy. Is that people living with epilepsy? Does that include nurses, doctors, carers?
Yeah, we're keen to hear from everybody who's been touched by epilepsy, whether they're parents of somebody with epilepsy, carers, people who work within the healthcare system, their doctors and their nurses, clinicians, general neurologists, psychiatrists, paediatricians. We're really keen to hear from them.
So if there's anybody out there that's sort of sitting on the fence dithering, shall I take part, shall I not? Why do you think it's so important?
There are probably 2 possible and important outcomes of this. The first one I think is if we are doing higher quality research into the questions that are prioritized by both clinicians and patients, it should attract more funding. So I think we're going to end up with better quality and more research, but we're also going to end up tackling the questions that matter to people.